Good day, everyone. This is Rhoda Pedrikil, and I will be presenting to you Chapter 2, Case Problem 2-2. To proceed, let us first know what the case is all about. Rear Company makes attachments such as backhoes and grader and bulldozer blades for construction equipment. The company uses a job order cost system. Management is concerned about the cost performance and evaluates the job cost sheets to learn more about the cost effectiveness of the operations. To facilitate a comparison, the cost sheet for job 206, which is good for 50 backhoe buckets completed in October, was compared with job 228, which was for 75 backhoe buckets completed in December. So the two job cost sheets are as follows. This is for job 206, good for 50 backhoe buckets. The materials, the direct labor, and the factory overhead used in production are presented. For job 228, which is good for 75 backhoe buckets, the materials, direct labor, and factory overhead are presented as well. So, to continue, the management is concerned with the increase in unit costs over the months from October to December. So, to understand what has occurred, the management interviewed the purchasing manager as well as the quality manager. The purchasing manager said that the prices have been holding steady for our raw materials during the first half of the year. I found a new supplier for our bulk steel that was willing to offer a better price than we received in the past. I saw these lower steel prices and jumped at them, knowing that a reduction in steel prices would have a very favorable impact on our costs. So that was the statement of the purchasing manager. For the quality manager, this is a statement. Something happened around mid-year. All of a sudden, we were experiencing problems with respect to the quality of our steel. As a result, we've been having all sorts of problems on the shop floor, in our foundry, and welding operation. So that was the end of the case. Okay, let us proceed. For requirement number 1, we are asked to analyze two job cost sheets, and identify why the unit costs have changed for the backhoe buckets. And we are given a guide, this schedule, to help us better analyze the problem. So we are asked for the following items to input the quantity per unit of job 206 and input the quantity per unit used for job 208, for steel, for foundry labor, for building labor. So both jobs. Okay, so these are the results of my calculations. So for job 206, 2 tons ang nagamit na steel per unit, foundry labor 8 hours per unit, building labor 11 hours per unit. For job 228, 2.6 tons per unit, 10 hours per unit sa foundry labor, and 14 hours per unit sa building labor. So I got these results by dividing the steel used, the direct labor hours spent for foundry and building, by dividing them by the units produced. So as we can see here, sa job 206, ang tons of steel na gamit lang per unit is 2.1 per unit. Pag-approach sa job 228, 2.6 tons per unit na ang nagamit ng steel. So there really is an increase. And for the foundry labor, from 8 hours per unit, it became 10 hours per unit. And for welding labor, from 11 hours per unit to 14 hours per unit. So, based on this, naagyo increases sa raw materials as well as the labor used in the production. So, the question is why? Now, we'll go to um, requirement number 2. So, how are we going to interpret now based on the light of our analysis and the interviews? So, the purchasing manager did not consider evaluating the quality of steel when he made a decision to purchase from the supplier offering the cheaper price. He did not even consulted the quality manager. According to the purchasing manager, I saw these lower steel prices and jumped at them, knowing that a reduction in steel prices would have a very favorable impact on our costs. Well, di man siya wrong. Okay, if na reduction gid sa prices sa raw materials, naman gid siya favorable impact on the cost. Pero, the thing here is he did not consider evaluating the quality of the steel, no? Wala siya na-curious, ano, mas barato man ni ang ilang steel kaysa sa among current na supplier. So he did not consider that. He also did not ask the quality manager for his opinion. So ingon ana ang nahitabo. This in turn, no, resulted to an increase in the unit cost of producing backhoe buckets because of the increase in the materials used in the production of poor quality man, no, basin pagcasting, no, sa foundry nga labor pagcasting sa mga laborer dili ka siya makast, or sa pagwelding sa mga laborers dili siya matarong og ka-weld, poor ang quality sa materials. Thus, the laborers spent more hours in doing foundry and welding works, resulting to an increase also in the labor hours used in the production. So based on the case, it's a lesson learned for the purchasing manager, not just to jump on lower or cheaper raw materials, but also to consider the quality of the said materials because it can impact the production process. No? According to the quality manager, all of a sudden, so kalit-kalit lang, experience sila of problems in the production with respect to the quality of steel, no, being used in the production. No, this in turn, tungod kay pangit ang quality sa steel, nagka-problema po sila sa foundry and welding works. So that's all about chapter 2, case problem 2-2.